How is everyone doing? What are y'all up to? What are y'all up to? How is y'all doing today? It is another day that God has made, and let us rejoice and be glad in it. Hello, everyone. Sharice Johnson Moore here. Hi, owner of Sharice and Johnson Moore LLC. And I wanted to say that it is such a pleasure to be before you on a good day like this, right? And I wanted to really get into this conversation of strategies for the new year. Strategies for the new year. I'm doing this video really kind of early before 6 because some told me not to wait, okay? And I want us to talk about, as authors, what kind of strategies can we have for the new year? What kind of strategies can we put in place for the new year when it comes to our authorship, okay? So, some of the things that we could do as authors is do speaking and workshops. Speaking and workshops. Speaking and workshops. Speaking and workshops. Let me see if I can. Okay, hold up. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and go with the flow with this one. Speaking and workshops. You know, as authors, we could tie our books into our speaking events. We tie our books into speaking events, right? We tie our books into our speaking events. Use your book as a credential, okay? Credential to get paid speaking gigs or host workshops. A personal development book can lead to a seminar or a virtual workshop. So always be open-minded when it comes to new things you want to try in your business for being an author. Because there's more to authorship than just posting on social media all day. Okay? I tell all my author friends, look, let's find something to do. Let's do some conferences. Let's do conferences. Let's do things that we can really get into when it is time for us to make our transition. Because the longer we stay in one place, the longer it takes for people to know us. The longer we stay in one place, the longer it takes for people to know us. You may want to, go out, do speaking events in your city, get a listing of places where you can go and get your speaking events, where you can go and do speaking events at the church, go to speaking events at women conferences. Women, they ain't got to be them big old, woman die loose conferences. I'm talking about something that's local. You may want to start with a local organization or when you go for speaking events, make sure your book fits into the topic of what that organization is talking about. It could benefit you both, okay? And it could also lead you to selling your books at the event you're speaking at, okay? You may want to create online courses and programs. Online courses and programs. Online courses and programs. You can turn a chapter or an excerpt, into an online course out of one of your books. Yes, you can. You can turn take a chapter out of your book and turn it into a course. Sometimes it is so important that we do that. Take a section out of your book and turn it into speaking points. Do a live, do a Zoom, bring more attention to your book or what you have created for your book. example, a business book, maybe accounting or a planner or things like that can really get into the hands of others, and you can create a course, teaching a course about how to plan out. Just planning. Some people need help with planning their days. You can create a course with that. Planning, planning your day, strategy, planning your week, planning your month, planning 6 months. You can turn that into a course and teach that to people, okay? Consulting or coaching, okay? You do consulting or coaching. Leverage your expertise to offer consulting in your niche, okay? I have taken my niche as being a published author and turned it into publishing consultant, okay? That's what I have done. And in this new year, I plan on taking my coaching, plan on doing more coaching this year, and really putting it out there. A lot of times we don't want to change because we are afraid. We don't want to change because we are afraid that people may reject us, reject the offer, and I'm going to tell you what happens with that, right? You got to keep it moving. You cannot get stuck with, they're not going to like me, or maybe they're not going to like what I got to offer, or what if I get a no? And that's self-sabotaging yourself. Stop doing that. Stop talking yourself out of something that you know is a good idea, and go with it and see what happens. See what happens with it. Okay? I've changed my being a published author into a publishing consultant, because I've seen a lot of authors come my way and they have turned, and a lot of authors don't know what to do. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to, and some have been taught that publishing, once I publish this book, that's all I got to do. No, that's not it. You got way more to do than just posting it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Goodreads, okay? There's more to it than that. So I want to, I've taken that realm on, that hat on my head as a consultant to guide authors, guide potential authors to their published manuscripts, and also teach them some basic information they need, some information that they need to know that will enhance their author journey. So, you may want to create some partnerships or collaborations. I will be working on more of that. That means, partner with brands, or partner with nonprofits, or partner with other authors to join ventures, events, or bundle offers. Okay? I have some stuff coming down the line that I'm going to keep all y'all informed about. It's in the works. And when it is all put together, I will reveal it. Okay? You also may want to do this. You may want to also, your book plus a webinar series equals clarity and tie-in. Okay? When you combine your book, the webinar series, and clarity tie-in, it all plays out in the end. Partnerships and collaborations. When you turn around and you have a book that you're going to talk about a subject out of your book in this webinar series, and it also gives them a tie-in. Sometimes we try to, we could create bundle packages, we could create bundle offers, we could create things of that nature, and we could create a whole lot of things just from that one partnership or collaboration, right? Say you and a friend got together and she's talking about self-help, and your book is a self-help book. So you and her work together where y'all talking about in this webinar series, and your book is the offer that goes with them to come into the webinar. Okay? So that will be nice. Where she's talking about self-help And your book is about self-help, and the two merge together, and people that sign up for the webinar can get a discount, or they can buy your book for attending the webinar. Okay, they can buy your book for attending the webinar. That could be their entry fee, or you could get the first 3 chapters of the book, or something like that. It's always a way to tie it in, right? Okay. Number 5 is media and PR opportunities. Media and PR opportunities. You can pitch your book for the podcast interviews, your magazine features, and TV appearances. Okay, you can share your story on faith, resilience, and entrepreneurship platforms. You can share your story on platforms that talk about stories of faith, stories of resilience, or entrepreneurship platforms, okay? You could do, I could take my book, Come to Love Yourself, and go to a show that helps women overcome certain things that talk certain subjects that talk about in the book, like abandonment, fatherlessness, motherlessness, alone, depression, anxiety, all these things. I could take my book, Come and Love Yourself, and present that book to shows that talk about these topics. Okay, you can correlate them. Where your book talks about a certain topic and the show is talking about a certain topic and the two shall mess, and you can pitch your book for their show. Okay? So we're going to go with these 5. Speaking and workshops, online courses and programs, consulting and coaching, partnerships and collaborations, media and PR opportunities. Okay, these are your 5. So these are some things you can think about for the strategy of your business as an author for this year. Okay? All right. If you need more detail, in how to do that, you can come to me. And I also have my own show. It is entitled Entrepreneur Corners. And I am currently looking for authors that would like to get exposure for your book. Okay? Entrepreneur Corners is always has spots for authors to come and talk about your book. Sit down, have a dialogue, conversation about your book. It's not just come here, sit down, ask some questions, and that's it. No. There's some other opportunities that I offer as a guest for Entrepreneur Corners. And let me see. Let me make sure I got this right. Hold on, y'all. Sometimes my brain go blank. And Entrepreneur Corners is really looking for guests. I am. Because it's a lot of good books out there, but they're just not getting the exposure that they need. They're not getting the exposure that they need. Okay, let me see. Excuse me. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. Okay, hold up. I think I got it. Hold on. Sometimes you can be doing so much stuff You be doing so much stuff in your business that everything is spread all over the place. And that's when systems come in. So Entrepreneur Corners is a show that features authors. Okay? And Entrepreneur Corners is the show that spotlights entrepreneurs like you, helping you shine in your industry and expand your reach. Okay? We showcase business owners, authors, and faith-driven leaders through live interviews, expert advice, and actionable strategies to help you build your brand and grow your business. Whether you're launching a new product, promoting your book, or simply looking to get your voice heard, this is your platform to be seen, heard, and celebrated. Okay? And right now, I have a Black Friday special for Entrepreneur Corners. Okay? Entrepreneur Corners is now has, we're excited, Black Friday sale, and you can be featured as an author on Entrepreneur Corners for just $150. A full opportunity to promote your work, reach a new audience, and gain exposure on multiple platforms. Spots are limited. So don't wait. Don't wait on that. You can go to the link that is pinned in the chat. The link is pinned at the chat where it says, "Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sharice N. Johnson Moore, LLC." And the link is at the end of that comment. Is in the comment at the bottom of this. In the comment. Okay, pinned to the video. Okay, so, as a first-time author, it is so good to get out in front of an audience. I know I was kind of scared to do interviews too. I was so scared. I was so scared to do interviews. And I just said bump it one day. I guess, God said, look, I want you to talk about me. And that's how I started I started doing video, talking about my ministry and giving a word every morning at 7 o'clock. So I eventually got over my fright of being seen. And when I talked about God, I didn't care who saw me. So now it just comes on a regular basis where I want to talk about everything about God, about business, about things that can help others. Oh, my back is itching. Oh, okay. So, and, interviews are good because once you have an interview, whether it is live, whether it's a podcast, whether it is audio or video, it stays up forever. Unless that person that controls the video has taken it down. But when you do Entrepreneur Corners, you get your own copy of your video. You get also an advertise or audio ad because I also take the video, I transform it into an audio for the podcast. Okay, so I also create your ad. I create you a audio ad for the podcast. I create you an ad. I create, if you would like an ad made, whether it's video or audio, I also do that as well. So I have other skills than just talking all day, okay? And they have come in handy for others. So if you would like to be on Entrepreneur Corners, please click on the link in the comment in the chat, okay? And I have other opportunities for you as well. If you need one-on-one visibility strategy, if you need one-on-one book publishing strategy, if you need a strategy on how to do content, how to present your content, how to create your content, what content should you create, please come see me. I have a plethora of media capabilities that you can use, okay? I want to say thank you to everyone for coming in today, and I will see y'all next Friday, okay? Next Friday. I will see y'all next Friday at 6 p.m., okay? I'm really thinking about this, though. I'm thinking about just doing one day, and we all just meet on YouTube, okay? Because, excuse me, I got a little cold coming. Because me jumping on over the place, jumping on TikTok on Tuesday, jumping on Instagram on Thursday, Facebook and fan base on Friday, it takes a lot for my productivity behind the scenes stuff, the administrative assistance, the administrative portion of my business. So I think I will go ahead and correlate. I think we're going to start meeting back on Sundays on YouTube later on in the evening, like 6 o'clock. Okay? If you think about it, let me know. Think about it, and let me know what you think about that one day we meet on one place on one accord, okay? Let me know what your opinion is of this, and I would greatly appreciate it if you help me. Thank you so much. All right, I love you all, and I want you to go and sell some more books, okay? Because can't nobody do it like you, all right? Bye, babies.